Fucking hell.
Easy, Tiger. Easy. Come on. Hey.
Why the fuck are you so... Get him gone. Get him gone. Ban him.
How wanted would you say you are? I wasn't lying when I said these guys are wanted. Hello, folks. I'm Tommy G. I'm here with the most wanted drivers in New York.
Hey, I'm Sweet Let's see, you already know what's going on. I love NYPD. Dream team, the dream team.
So buckle up, folks. This is going to be a wild ride. One day in the safety of my home in Milwaukee, I started to get bombarded by DMs imploring me to explore these two drivers named Squeeze Benz and Where's 981. When I looked at their pages, their driving shocked me. I would describe their videos as daring, dangerous, and reckless. I'm fascinated by the human desire to push limits and go against the grain. I'm fascinated by the daredevils and outlaws of the world. Young men in particular love to do this in a variety of ways. Evel Knievel shot himself out of a cannon, Philip Petit tightrope walked across the Twin Towers, Alex Honnold climbed up cliffs without a rope, and fighter Darren Till cut weight until he went blind. The question that comes to mind when you look at this behavior is what compels someone to push themselves to such lengths and risk injury or death. In today's video, we investigate this daredevil behavior in the form of reckless drivers who are causing outrage.
That's what you fuck niggas get, bro. I'm not gonna put any of you bitches in this, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Car on West 38th Street and 7th Avenue. The driver sped off, slamming into cars, driving on the sidewalk, and even hitting a dining shed.
But there's a twist in this story, because these guys don't just risk their own necks in the stunts, they also risk the lives of innocent pedestrians and the law enforcement that chases them. These guys regularly go on police chases and evade police helicopters. Today, we interview them face to face and talk morality, ethics, danger, and their motivation for their behavior. Let's dive in and go boots on the ground. This documentary is purely for educational purposes. We want to stress that the behavior depicted in this video is dangerous, illegal, and should never be imitated. And remember, it only takes one bad crash to ruin your life or someone else's. Please drive responsibly. Thank you.
With the ethics, take true microphone in my section.
We wanted to know how everyday people felt about this kind of driving. We had some extra time to kill at the New York airport, so I went around showing people videos of Squeeze Benz and Where's 981 driving. Here's what they had to say about it. What do you think of that?
It's just dangerous. I think it's a piece go off.
No, low key, bro. Like shit. Look, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Alright, shit look fun, but that shit can get tragic so fast. Shit can go left so fast, bro. Why did your okay, alright. But no, like, dead ass, bro, like, shit can get tragic so fast,
you realize,
bro.
like, how easily it is to, like...
bro,
crash like that. Like, it's so easy to.
Like, I'm saying, bro, like, literally one simple mistake just fucks it all up. Swear to God. She can get
going 120, 130 right now.
Yo, Shadow. Matter of fact, everyone here is Ponzi banned.
Ow.
When that guy hits one of my kids, he'll say, I don't know what happened.
I could tell this guy a million times, hey, you're gonna kill somebody.
He's gonna do it anyway.
It makes me mad. I get it. All kids, they're bred to do that, right? But it's irresponsible.
If I told you that this guy's gotten away from not only multiple police, but also helicopters.
Damn.
What's your reaction on that?
I believe it. I just feel like
they have whole helicopters just to stop.
Like, I hate you. Fuck you.
For some period of time, and probably have to go through safe driving classes. Maybe talk to people who are victims of people that drive like him.
I think it should be commensurate with like attempted manslaughter or something like. I mean, that's in effect you're putting people at risk intentionally when you go a certain speed over the speed limit.
If you were his mother or father, what would you tell him?
That he's a selfish idiot. One of these days, somebody is gonna get in his way, and that person's gonna end up dead, or many people are gonna end up dead. And if he ends up dead, that's his consequence for what he does. But nobody else deserves to have that kind of risk. It's no different than someone who's really drunk getting behind the wheel of a car and driving when they have no control. I mean, your car is actually like a weapon of mass destruction. It has to be handled with care.
Worse than being drunk and getting behind the wheel, because you're actively
making a choice
to put other people's lives at risk.
The steepest price that gets paid is not the person driving the car. I mean, someone's going to end up dying, and that'll be that.
That can ruin hundreds of people's lives. Like, if a kid in a school were to die, everybody in the school would be mourning for that one person.
Oh yeah, he's tripping.
not safe at all.
If he hits somebody, do you think it should be manslaughter or first degree?
I say manslaughter because you know what you're doing, like you're just driving crazy. Like,
What would you tell him if you could say something to him?
I'd be like, slow down.
What do you think about driving like this?
Oh, it's terrible. I don't like it.
Like, you better stay away from me.
Yeah.
What should be the penalty if he's caught? Manslaughter or first degree? That's another debate.
If he hits somebody, you mean if he kills somebody? It's vehicular manslaughter.
This guy has an ability to get away from multiple police vehicles, and including helicopters.
Right.
So he hasn't been caught. Yesterday, he got away from a helicopter.
Where? In New York or California?
New York.
Wow. What kind of car is he renting?
Lamborghini.
I could see I was out running the comms. I guess we could hope for him hitting a telephone pole. Turn yourself in, brother. You're a reckless driver and you're going to hurt innocent people.
I got folks taking pics on like paparazzi. I'ma go and get the test. I don't really like the mod. Really getting to the check, but I ain't rocking on the ride.
We're on our way to meet Squeeze Benz. Recently, he's been making the news for his high-speed stunts.
That's a crazy
While some
comment.
people see his driving as exhilarating or exciting, there's a rising sentiment that this sort of behavior unnecessarily endangers innocent drivers and pedestrians. He sent us the address of a random parking garage and told us to pull up. This is what we encountered. Folks, we're on the way to talk to one of the most wanted drivers in New York, Squeeze Benz. This kid does stuff that makes my butthole pucker up.
What?
This guy is
Oh, no, that's crazy.
This guy is extreme. This guy drives at a very high speed.
Yo, what?
I do not
See
drive
that
like
shit that
this.
makes his
You
bumper
shouldn't drive
pucker
like
up.
this,
That's
and there's
gay.
a reason why I'm not getting
Hey,
into their cars
yo.
while they're driving this fast. It's dangerous. It's reckless. It's scary. Disclaimer: don't do this at home. He's kind of like a high-speed fugitive. I'm always interested in the outlaws of the world, people that live on the edge. Humans, especially men, are always pushing the limits of danger. But one distinction I want to make is Evel Knievel only harms himself if he fails. The UFC fighters are both signing up. They're in mutual combat. But these guys, if something goes wrong, they harm innocent civilians. So I want to ask him about that, but then ask him about the outlaw, the testing danger piece that lives strongly within them, because I think that's interesting. This is not a product placement. I do not want a partnership with Celsius. I do not drink your drinks every single trip, multiple times a day. I don't absolutely love your drink. You guys, if you want to hit me up, please do. I would love to talk to you. Otherwise, I'll probably hit up Prime, and you know how that goes. So we're pulling up to meet Squeeze Benz. I'm excited. I hope you are too. You know, high speed must be an issue around here if they have a Mustang NYPD car that's got some zip.
Prime, get like a
Alright,
lawsuit
Mainstream
or
Media,
red
it's been a great run. Kudos to you for lasting as long as you have. But it's it. I mean, you're finished. Sorry. In honor of that, RIP. Mainstream Media. Sweatshirts available. TommyGMcGee.com. Oh my god, dude. What the f*** is this, Batman, dude?
I'm not gonna lie, that's a nice ass car though. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
What you say you are?
Have you tried W? No, not yet.
Really? That's insane.
That car's like big and it's fast as well. Like it's a really fast car. Like that Lambo, that's a Lambo.
And then my boy started saying like, you know, now people are blowing up off of this, and I was just like,
It's hard to believe that's a Lambo.
I'm curious, like you have a Lamborghini, at one point a Mercedes-Benz, I'm sure you go through a lot of different cars. Are you going on tour and just driving people's cars all crazy? You guys getting your own cars? Like, tell me about that.
I had my own car for a bit, but then I changed it up because I did get chased a lot, so I just realized like, you know, doing long-term rentals is just a way better route. And then obviously I don't tell these guys I'm pretty bad.
Did you ever get blown up by the tour people asking what the hell happened?
They do ask, and then like I kind of just like, you know, I'm just driving the car, you know what I mean?
You mix danger, but there's also other people at risk when you do that. Innocent civilians. So what do you think about the element of danger for that?
I've been doing this since like real shit since I was 9. I used to take my dad's car out and I used to just bug out. And I've been
Since he
doing
was
this
9
for
is
so long now that-
crazy. Since he
Yo,
was
driving at 9?
fuck type of parents you got. Driving at 9 is crazy. Can I get a refund? TTS broken. It does it automatically. I'll see what I could do. But nah, driving at 9, cutting people up at 9 is crazy, bro. I could never. Cutting people up at 9 is so wild, bro.
Like, I got as a professional, like, you know, niggas know, like, that's how I drive. There's been incidents where I've gone out with people, and they try keeping up with me, and they
Oh, so
crash.
it's black. Okay.
I mean, there's been a video on live where I've gone one-handed 210 miles an hour.
Filming with one hand, driving with the other, 210 miles an hour. That's insane. Did that scare you?
Not really, just to build up a tolerance of just speed.
Do you feel like the police watch your Instagram?
100%, they do.
Let's pop in the car and keep the conversation going.
Oh, nah.
Okay.
How many people normally f*** out compared to like, am I in the high end or That's okay. Does your mom worry about you?
Of course, I told her she don't even want to hear the things that I'm doing. She be getting scared because she know I be doing shit, like, you know what I mean?
Do you know any friends that have gotten really hurt or died doing this?
My boy, he was racing, and he macked up, and he hit his head, and his head, like, split open a little bit.
Damn.
But, like, other than that, nothing's ever happened.
Tell me about the camera system in New York. How hard is it to evade, capture, or awareness?
Nah, splitting your head in a crash is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Splitting your damn head in a crash is tragic, bro. I could never,
A lot of
bro.
people, like, they be doing crimes with their plates on. Like, I mean, if I go and run from the cops, I'm gonna make sure I either have altered plates or no plates at all.
New York City is home to one of the most advanced camera surveillance networks on the planet. An Amnesty International project identified that there are more than 25,000 public and private cameras at traffic intersections across the city. This camera technology can capture faces and other details from up to 400 feet away. This infrastructure isn't cheap either. This camera technology, combined with cell phone tracking tools, spyware, and facial recognition, racked up nearly $3 billion in expenditures from the NYPD from 2007 to 2000.
$3 billion for cameras is
Dang, these
wow.
guys are spies, bro.
It's
What
easy
the
for
heck?
governments to make the argument to increase the surveillance in order to shut down this reckless and deadly behavior. However, this same technology can also be used to capture the profiles of millions of civilians on a daily basis, something that is currently happening in China and that many Americans are afraid of. As technology such as AI facial recognition and high-def cameras increase in quality, this is a challenge we are going to have to wrestle with to ensure the very tech that can help keep us safe also doesn't grow too powerful to infringe upon our freedoms.
Bro, I got an ad on your stream.
You got it.
You got caught doing what we were doing.
Jail time. I'm running red lights. I'm doing more than triple the speed limit, double the speed limit. This is a lot of tickets.
Hold up, Chad. I'll be back.
You were in Times Square recently, right?
Yeah.
I gotta send it back for all my insecurities. Maybe like some work will probably clean it back. Maybe make you Thomas's line lock when he slap.
It only takes one mistake to permanently change or destroy somebody's life.
I do understand that. It's just like, we were also like, it was a lot of people. 12 o'clock in the morning, you seen in the video, like I stopped, looked around, made sure there was nobody, and started doing donuts. And then when I was running the red lights, I'm not gonna lie, I was low-key bugging. I low-key know how to run red lights. I've been chased by Mac cops to the point where I could blow the red lights doing 60, 70. No, I'm not gonna
60, 70, dude. What is your strategy in getting away from police?
hopping on the highway. These cops, like, they're not really built for that. It's a lot of real rookie cops now. It's a bunch of rookie cops. And these guys do not know how to drive on the highway.
Let's talk about how drivers like Ben's can evade detection for so long. They do so by altering or covering up their license plates so the car cannot be tracked by police or the traffic cameras. Cars with this
Finally, these
modification have been
streams are
nicknamed
over.
ghost cars. Last month, a joint task force was launched between New York Governors Kathy Hochul, New York Mayor Eric Adams, the NYPD, and the MTA to crack down on the issue of ghost cars. In their first day alone, they impounded 73 cars, issued 280
Damn, first day?
and made 8 arrests. And I noticed the same thing back home in Milwaukee. The guys running through the red lights, driving the stolen cars, and driving aggressively, most of them do not have license plates. What's the longest police chase you've been through? That's a pretty long chase. How many guys do you think were chasing you at one
I had
time?
to do like 3, 4, but the main thing was the helicopter. That was really hard to do. Luckily it was late night. I was in the Porsche, and that shit goes 210 miles an hour. So
Damn.
on the highway, you know what I mean? The helicopter can only go so fast.
You go crash in the helicopter?
Yeah, they only like top out like 150, 140.
You crash into somebody, they get paralyzed, they die. You think you deserve to go to prison?
Yes. Obviously, I wouldn't want to be put into prison for life. If I kill somebody, that's somebody's life. Like, that's somebody's mother, brother, cousin, whatever the case is. If somebody crashed into my mom in her car and they killed her, I want them to go to jail.
Alright, so he understands what he's doing is crazy and he knows he should go to jail. But like he I guess at least he knows what he's doing, at least. But like, to be doing that in the first place is crazy. But he knows, like, if he kills someone, he deserves to go to jail. So at least he's not like, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people who do this shit, if they were to kill a nigga, they would not give a fuck. Not one single fuck. But I mean, like, with him, at least he notices, like, hey, if I kill someone, I gotta go to jail type shit.
Maybe not for
Shit.
life, but just enough to get it in their head, like, you know?
What makes taking these risks worth it for you?
They're not really risks to me, that's the thing. I don't really see them as risks. I see them as, like, you know, me just everyday driving.
You said you've been driving since you were 9 years old?
My dad used to give me his car, you know, I used to...
Everyday driving is
He
insane.
used to give me the steering wheel back, and then, you know, I hit 9, he used to send me over to AutoZone real quick. I used to go to AutoZone, Home Depot, whatever the cases. At 13, I used to start picking up my boys, and that's when I started really, like, you know, cutting up.
Oh my motherfucker, okay, easy, Tiger, easy. Come on. Hey.
Yo.
No more. Ooh, that motherfucker made me
Imagine me doing that.
At 100?
Yeah, that's really nothing.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
More in my hand. There's been so many times where like the boys just get behind us and they start chasing. But like it's not really chases to us. It's really back up.
Do you think you're the most wanted driver in New York?
Between me and Where's 981, like Where's 981 low-key died down, I feel like I've taken over that spot, so yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of young men that watch your content. What do you think about kids that want to go try and replicate this, copy this?
From Squeeze Benz himself, do not come try this.
This is something that you can get paralyzed, you could die.
I'm
I don't
back.
drive like
It's good.
this, you shouldn't. Some people in this game take lots of risks, and Squeeze is one of those guys, but highly advise never to do this. How sophisticated is the camera system in New York?
It's getting more sophisticated now to where, like, you know, they
What's up with this? Did someone tell me? Not much really happened. He just talked to dude. That's really it. And now they're on the road.
Please don't trace you to your house.
I pay for a garage, I have one parking garage where I park my car.
So just like a drug dealer has trap houses, you have different.
I have trap houses, yeah.
God, are you nervous at all?
I'm fucking nervous.
The boys are right here.
Oh nah.
Can I get a glove on this?
Right past the cops.
You know, he was trying to get out of his vehicle. You were just about to smack you when he opened up the door.
I would fucking not joking.
Why do you think this is something that young men gravitate towards?
Let's
talk about brain development in young men. The male
Alright, now
brain
we
is
go
not
into
fully
brain
mature
development.
until
What the
about
fuck?
25, so their prefrontal cortex that assesses risk is not fully developed yet, which helps to explain the risky behavior we see in this segment of the population. There's a name for this, young male syndrome. This sometimes short-sighted behavior is hypothesized to have provided an evolutionary advantage. A 2001 University of Liverpool study found that females prefer brave males who take risks to the ones that do not. And if we go back thousands of years to being hunter-gatherers on the savannah, this preference makes sense, as a female would want the male that fends off the lion or stands to fight when another rival tribe approaches. Biologically, not much has changed in our brains then, but our technology has progressed much further, and it helps to explain why you see young men doing high-speed chases and drifting through Times Square. What's the craziest getaway story you have?
I'll be the one with the helicopter. I pulled up on the helicopter showing the truck, he was about to pull someone over. So I got behind him, I started playing with him.
Damn.
I was recording, I got away off.
I seen this video. I seen this video.
I like 2-3 black chargers. I'm looking out, and I see the helicopter above me, and I'm like, oh no. It was only like my second ever helicopter chase, so my heart was bumping. I'm not knowing how hard these guys are gonna go from here right now. They're gonna set a roadblock up, something, you know what I mean? But thank God that wasn't the case.
Like a spike strip.
That's never happened to me. I don't need to give these niggas advice, but like, I don't know why don't use spike strips.
Is it hard for you not to be going fast right now?
Honestly, yeah. If New York really wanted to step their game up, they should put a place where people can do this and have fun in a safe environment. If you give us a spot, we're gonna use it.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
This is not gonna be a forever thing. Eventually it's gonna turn into a brand.
How often do you drive reckless?
It's every day but till limit.
Let's talk about reckless driving in the United States. In 2021, there were 6 million car crashes and 39,500 of them were fatal.
Yo,
A
he's
survey
really just
by
said
the insurance
nigga.
company
Well, if he said
Nationwide
nigga, he probably
found
black,
that
bro.
47% of Gen Z reported driving faster than the speed limit, and 34% of them reported video chatting while driving. Actions like this help contribute to car crashes being the leading cause of death for American teenagers. Another concerning fact is the amount of pedestrians killed by reckless driving. In 2022, there were 7,500
Nah, he
deaths
white,
in
that's
this manner.
crazy.
In New York, vehicular manslaughter is a felony that carries a steep sentence of up to 15 years. We took 2 Polaroids, they're fresh off the press, still developing. We're gonna put them in 2 random people that buy merch in the next 48 hours. 2 people will get Squeeze Benz, Tommy G, Polaroid photos, RIP Mainstream Media, Big Dog's Gotta Eat. Hope to send this to you. Available on Patreon only are the wild and extended cut versions of the interviews with Squeeze Benz, including one right after he got finished with a helicopter chase, extended cut interview with Swim Team, and more. This is some good shit. Patreon. We
He's not
find
just about her
ourselves in
driving
another
recklessly if he
parking
knows he's
garage
gonna kill
meeting
someone.
with
Oh
New York
God.
driver Wears 981 and his crew, the Swim Team. Swimming refers to the driving technique where they cut up, weaving in and out of traffic to get where they want to go. They've gained a lot of notoriety online, and I wanted to talk to them to learn more about them.
The faster you go and the more dangerous you drive, the more views you get.
Alright guys, we're pulling up to meet the Swim Team. They're one of the groups of the drivers. Why do you guys call yourself Swim Team?
This is how it started, like, they call me Full. Used to be called Full of Classes, so, like, I guess it's like a teacher. I would teach you how to float. And then it just turned into, like, you know, we started cutting up and stuff. It was almost like we were swimming through track, and they'll call me, like, Michael Phelps, so we're swimming.
How fast do you go sometimes?
I'm hitting 150 every day. It's
He's
easy
not
to
gonna
hit
get away
150
15 years. He'll be
Like,
wrong
it's
for
triple digits
manslaughter
no matter
and
what.
the police. Oh God.
60 miles an hour is my 100.
Have you had any near misses?
Yeah, of course. People telling me like, oh, how do I do this, how do I do that? I'm not going to try and teach you how to do it because of the simple fact that someone can get hurt. Thank you that I have not hurt anybody. It's like shooting a gun in an open field, like anybody can get hit with a straight bullet.
If you hit somebody and they get really injured or die, what should be the punishment, you think?
I'm going to jail without a percent.
Yeah, it's worth it. Why?
It's not worth it. That's the thing. I can't justify it, you know?
What's it like being in a high-speed chase?
Your first time, it feels crazy.
So like niggas know like what they're doing is crazy and they should go to jail, and yet they still do it though. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy.
Some way, somehow, you make it home. You have a little bit of a tough night of sleep that first night. And then you make it to the second night, you make it to the next night, they never come. After that, you get numb to it, you know? What
are the laws in New York for chasing people? Because I know in Milwaukee, oftentimes they don't chase you at a certain speed because they know it results in civilian deaths. A lot of times when the chase happens.
It depends on the cop, honestly. I've seen cops where one of my boys is going off-road in New York, and the cops following him off the road. It just takes that one, you know, that one cop that's just ready to be like, alright, I'm coming for you, and it's over.
What does your mom think about this?
I bring my mom to work. She's going 150.
Oh, nah.
She gets scared. In her eyes, she knows I'm a good driver. Like, she got mother's prayers before.
His own mouth foot with the shit he doing? Can he just become a race car driver? Becoming a race car driver is a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. But his own mouth foot with the shit he doing, that's crazy. That's wild, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, it's dumb because that's like someone saying they know what they're doing is bad and can still.
What if he was like an F1 driver?
They still vandalize private property. No, on God. Like they know what they're doing is bad and they can hurt people. Why still do it, you know?
So I'm here with.
This is good. True, but at least you're not gonna catch a case, I guess.
And I'm Tommy G, allegedly. Who out of this group is the high-speed specialist?
This nigga right here is just nasty all the time. He can slide, drift, go fast.
What's the fastest you guys have ever gone in a car before? 170? That's life or death speed. What makes it worth it for you to put yourself in that position where you could go to the afterlife if you're not careful?
I never like hopped in a car and went that fast off rip. It's kind of like I got used to it, slowly, you know, building up like a tolerance to the speed. But if you're watching this and you're a driver, then you know what I mean when you feel the rear wheels through the seat of the car.
You're super in tune and in touch. It's almost like the car is an extension of your body.
You have senses from the seat, the steering wheel, the audio cues, how loud the engine is, if your tires are squealing. You have so many cues in it, and it's really up to you to take all that sensory input.
I feel like being chased by helicopters is next level. No, oh God, most definitely.
I'm not trying to do this shit forever. Like, we genuinely want to hop on the ride, just go crazy. It's just attractive right now. It's expensive, and people are shutting the trucks down.
Do you guys know anyone that has crashed or died or gotten injured doing this?
Crashed for sure, but nobody got crashed.
Damn. Chat, y'all know how lucky these niggas are for like they haven't killed anyone yet, bro. They're lucky as fuck. To do all this crazy shit and not kill a single person. Getting crashes is crazy. Getting in crashes is crazy, but to not kill a single person is honestly wild. To not kill one person or like really, really injure a nigga is wild to me. They're just real lucky, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's just luck right there.
There's a risk of hurting someone that's completely innocent. Someone could be on their way to work, someone could be going to pick up their kid from soccer practice. Like, how does that factor in your driving and what you think about when you drive?
If I get left, I get stuck.
What does that mean when you get left?
If I'm following 91 or I'm following the flow, and they think that I can't take, I'm not taking it. You know, we swim for each other, we drive for each other, we don't drive for ourselves. I know exactly how each one of them drives and how I.
The only thing that's super though is the fact that New York has $3 billion spent on cameras and tracking, haven't even caught the guy who openly posts on YouTube. That's true, but then like the nigga's not showing his face. Like, let's be for real. You could nowadays on YouTube, on TikToks, fucking social media, you could commit a crime as long as you don't show your face. You're low-key chilling. Like, yeah, they may know like where you were and shit, but if you don't show your face, it's hard, bro. It's hard.
You guys had any near misses?
But surprisingly, like a city like New York, it's like New York City, bro. You're in New York City doing this shit, bro. Crazy. A place like New York, and still they haven't caught any of these people who is openly like just posting shit on YouTube, IG, just all the time. Crazy.
Where he took a cut, right after he took the cut, it was either I took the cut.
They're just trying to find out okay. This is why I don't read y'all chats when I record, bro. Y'all are crazy.
People think, oh, it's natty funny, like, that should be pissing me off, bro, because I did work hard as for this shit, bro.
Do you guys' moms know about this?
She knows, and she tells me every day to stop, and I tell her, look, I'm trying. We have a brand swim team, right? We're not trying to cut a reckless 24/7, bro. Like, we got a 5M service coming up, a set of forces service coming up, and honestly, like, we see the community, we see the love people you guys are giving us, and we're not gonna take this and just,
I guess so, but cops have found people who did this in the past without any camera. So the fact that they all have this can't even get any information is crazy. On God, honestly, karma's gonna get him. No, on God, most definitely.
What do you say to those type of folks?
honestly, bro, I agree with them, bro. I don't even argue with them. I don't argue with them, bro. I don't argue with them. People look at accidents and they see like us letting out and like racing through traffic and a whole bunch of dumb stuff. They see it as not precise. Like they're thinking like we're just out there and we're trying to crash. We're not trying to crash. If anything, I would argue that when we're on the road, we're actually paying attention to the road more than anyone else on the road. Another thing is drinking and driving.
Even if you know what you're doing, you can't control if you crash into someone at 210 miles per hour. No, on God.
Behind the wheel. And I'm proud to say that.
Tell me what's going through your head in the police chase. How do you get away? What are you thinking about? Are you trying to go a few streets and take an exit? You got a hideout? Like, how do you evade police in this type of situation?
Hold on, don't give out too much sauce.
There's people that might watch what you do and wonder how the police have not caught you yet. What is your answer?
I mean, truly, the way that we don't get caught is to stop being dickheads. Your type of no chase policy. I can say this because I've been, like, at least in swim at least, I got into the most cop chases, right? I'm not saying it because I like that. I got the worst luck, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It's got the worst luck of it.
I wanted to know what the legal perspective was on what swim team, squeeze bends, and all these other New York drivers were doing. What were the legal ramifications? How much jail time could they face? And why is it that they were so brazen?
I want to see how much jail time they could face.
I talked to my guy,
Nate,
the lawyer, to figure out more about this. He's a lawyer that runs a YouTube channel and breaks things down regularly. This is what he had to say.
My name is Nate the Lawyer. I'm a former prosecutor and a former law school professor. And what you've just seen on screen is known as reckless driving. In the state of New York, you can serve up to a year in prison if you recklessly drive.
Damn.
Reckless driving in New York is simple. It's if you drive in a manner that, quote, unreasonably interferes with the free and proper
That's not
use
even that bad.
of highways
The
or
year?
unreasonably
That
endangers users of the public highway. Reckless driving is prohibited. Every person violating this provision shall be guilty of
Because, bro,
meaning you can serve up
reckless
to
driving?
Wait,
what is it about reckless
remember, that's if you
Does
don't.
that mean, like, if you don't kill somebody?
Yeah, that's probably if you don't kill anyone. Because I doubt, you could go kill someone reckless driving and just get a year in prison. No, that's probably if you don't kill anyone. Especially if hypothetically he kills a whole family. Imagine he kills a whole family, bro. Dude, he's
the act
cooked.
of reckless driving, you could find yourself facing some serious charges.
Dangerous
He's
and
getting a
disturbing
license.
exclusive video of young people driving their cars recklessly just before one of the cars crashed and killed 2 people.
Now, this driver was charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. He's facing up to 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
If you are doing something that you know is inherently dangerous and could get someone killed or hurt, and then you do it anyway, that the law finds to be reckless and criminal in some cases. Driving a car 90 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone is reckless. Someone could get hurt, someone could get killed, and if someone does, then you are on the hook for that homicide. There may be no fear of repercussions because of New York's bail reform laws. The misdemeanor of reckless driving, as you see on the screen, isn't eligible for bail. If someone commits this crime 10 times in the same day, they'll get bail every time because of New York's bail reform laws. Now, some of you may not believe how insane New York's bail reform laws are, but they are insane. Like this guy who was arrested 101 times for shoplifting and let go every time because
that's
of New
crazy.
York's bail reform laws.
101 times. Arrested 101 times and let out every single time is fucking insane. How do you get arrested 101 times in a... Bro, that's crazy. And if y'all have to also consider the fact that he ran away from police multiple times and destroyed cars by removing license, it's just tragic, I ain't gonna lie.
Who was arrested for 3 assaults in one day, even threw a brick through a store window. He was released every single time on bail reform. Or the story of these 4 people who chopped up 2 bodies, left body parts all around the state of New York, and then when the cops went to their home, They found blood, body parts, guts, everything in their home. Guess what the judge did? He released them without bail. When you put everything together, I think these guys are doing it because they don't really have any fear that they're going to kill anybody. And if they get caught reckless driving, they'll get arrested and charged. But they'll
so a nigga could just go to jail in New York and bail out same day. That's 20 times as much as they want to. That's crazy.
Advice, if you're looking at this YouTube video to help you in your case, you're looking at the wrong place. With that being said, I'm Nate the Lawyer and I'm out. Peace.
After hearing what Nate the Lawyer said, hearing that there's no consequences really for what these guys are doing, it makes sense why they're doing it. Back to the swim team. How often do you guys get nervous doing this?
So when I started, I used to get super nervous, especially when I used to run. And the reason I started running is not because I don't like cops. It's simply because it got to a point where I couldn't afford the tickets anymore. Because I was getting singled out for no reason. The speed limit is 50, right? So I would be on the Bell Parkway and I'm going 70, 75. I'm doing the same speed everyone else is coming at. However, when the state trooper sees everyone else and me, they single me out because I'm in the court. So then they think I can afford the ticket, but in the beginning I could, but then that shit started stacking up. And if you're gonna say, oh, then just don't speed, I wasn't speeding. I was just keeping up with the flow of traffic, right? And then I just started running one day because I just couldn't afford the tickets anymore. And then it just started from there. I was super nervous at first.
How the hell can a car run a helicopter? What car does he have? I mean, he said in the video, a lot of the helicopters go under 200. And the cars that they have, they go over 200, 210. Imagine if Dude set him up and called the cops on him after this video. That'd be crazy, I'm not gonna lie. You could also get added if you commit manslaughter, run away, and get caught. That's true.
15 cars? You guys had to get away from helicopters before?
I never had to. Thanks God, honestly, but I feel like I don't do that situation. Oh yeah.
Has the news reached out to any of you guys?
Oh yeah, of course. Bro, I ain't going front. This is crazy. I don't like AB7. I don't like AB7 News at all. Because they reached out to me about my content and they still posted after I said no. I don't like that. But yeah, there's mad news articles about this and that.
So news reporters have reached out to you guys. They DM you, they email you. Okay, so Ali Bauman from CBS New York.
I'm reporting you, Christian. Oh, nah.
I was like, no.
Damn, bruh.
I just never responded.
What made you say no to her and yes to me?
Honestly, bro, you're not a cop. Yeah, you're not a cop. You're not associated with the law. You don't have an ulterior motive. I genuinely feel like you're not going to try to paint that picture with it. And you've seen your videos, you've seen the work you do, and the type of, honestly, you interview people that do worse stuff than us. Yeah, so it's like, come on now, if you were keeping them safe, there's no reason why you wouldn't keep us safe, bro.
To me, it feels really fun to have no journalistic background and to be beating them at their own game.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, bro, when you're an authentic person, you go far, man.
I feel like people in our generation just don't trust the news. They've lied so many times that their credit's gone with us.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Honestly, bro, I've been getting more accurate shit from TikTok.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tracker out the whip. Range Rover Sport, I'm on the jacket doing tricks. Keep swimming, got the paddles in the ship.
Let's meet the swim team and let's hear their specialties.
Well, swim team, you already know.
Well, what's your specialty?
My specialty is floating. All I do is float. That's my name, what I do, and everything.
Do you feel like you have to look over your shoulder doing this kind of stuff?
Always look over my shoulder. Some ways I didn't want to. I would say I'm kind of camera shy, but my specialty is I do a little bit of everything. But when it comes to the corporate side of things, the brand and stuff, I'm basically the brains behind that whole.
Wait, so you're trying to turn this into a video game?
I mean, we already.
Nah, that's crazy.
It's a game, so it's called a set of Porsche. So basically, we host servers, and you just gotta take the link, hop on the server, and if any one of us happens to play on the server, you get to drive with swim risk-free.
Whereas 981 and his team are well aware that a lot of his fans are young males that might try and replicate what they do, and knowing that that is incredibly dangerous, his team has done something so you can join them in the safety of your home. They built this online Assetto Corsa server so you can drive, swerve, drift, whatever you want. All you need is a computer, internet connection, and it's recommended you have a steering wheel. Details to join the server are in my description.
And he promoting the server too, that's crazy.
You think you're wanted by law enforcement?
They definitely know about us. I mean, me specifically, I have no clue. If I am wanted, I'm sorry. I don't hate NYPD, I just don't want the ticket.
So What do you go by?
Brick 250 or Brick 50, either one is fine.
And what's your specialty?
Right now, I think the fans would probably say my specialty is probably police chases, cop chases, and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I think drifting though.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
Honestly, bro, I lost count probably because I posted at least 30, I think. So
oh my god, they don't reckless driving simple.
You have at least 30 police chases on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Why is this worth potentially going to prison?
No matter how you look at it, it's not worth it at all. Me being how I am as a person, bro, it's fun, bro.
Who are you?
I'm Reaper.
What's your specialty?
I'm more of a low-key swimmer. I'm not really making videos and stuff, but, you know, if you know, you know.
Do you have any little brothers?
Oh, yeah.
If they wanted to get into this, what would you tell them?
I'm a hypocrite, but I wouldn't recommend it. But
you don't recommend it?
No.
This is a question for the whole group. How often do you guys have to change vehicles?
I say if you do it right, you could probably go a year to 2 years where you have to swap the car if you're smart, but you can do some dumb shit in one night that makes you have to swap.
What do you go by?
My name's Billy.
And what's your specialty?
Honestly, the fans kind of know me as Lester.
Nah, Lester's crazy.
But, if you get in trouble, you can call me. I'll help you with your situation.
So what makes it worth doing?
It's not worth doing. I wouldn't recommend doing it if I were you. But
So like they all know what they're doing is. Like, it's confusing. 'Cause look, so they genuinely all seem like cool dudes, and I'm fuck with that. But like, they know what they're doing. They're literally telling their fans, they're telling the camera, don't do this shit, yet they still do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. I mean, it would have been cool if it just wasn't on the road. If it was like, if New York had a spot where, you know, niggas could just do it, no one gets hurt, cool. But like, they know what they're doing, and they're doing this shit on a public road where all cars are around, where niggas is going to places and shit, and they still tell people don't do this shit, which I guess I could respect. You're still kind of influencing them in a way without really, you know, trying to. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Make your decision for you. So if you are going to do
even if you say don't do it, you're still gonna influence the people who would actually crash.
On God. And do whatever you can to bring it home without hurting yourself, hurting anybody else, or damaging any property.
Tell me how you think about taking on risks and danger.
I think if you're ever going to take on any risks or any danger, whether it's physical risks or financial risks, I think you should write down every single one of the variables that could be a factor in the risk that you're taking, and you should figure out what's the worst case scenario that could go wrong, any other kind of scenarios that could go wrong, and you want to figure out what the best case scenario is, and if that's worth the gamble for you, for the risks that are laid out on the table.
Isn't the fact that they're speeding, it's the fact that they're speeding on the highway, putting people's lives in jeopardy, and they know they are too. Exactly, no, like I said, they seem genuine, they seem cool, but like they know what they're doing, and they're still like they're literally telling the camera, don't do this shit at home. They're telling their fans, they literally said they would tell their family, don't do this shit, yet they still do it. If they had a certain spot where no cars were around and it was just them speeding down, cool, alright? But like they're doing this on public roads where, you know, people, families, everyone's on. So like if you just speeding crazy 210, you hit a family, they all die, you're cooked. And you just did that for what? 15 minutes of fame, you know what I mean? Like, and they genuinely sound like genuine. Like they know what they're doing and they don't recommend people to do it, but you know, you posting a video every single day of you cutting people up and driving 190, you're influencing them in a way. Especially with the algorithm nowadays, you're influencing them. If you post a video that gets millions of views that shows you microwaving an Oreo, and after you telling your fans not to do it, people are still going to. Oh God, just because the content creator says don't do it, doesn't mean niggas ain't gonna do it. Niggas will still do it. We're on the internet, bruh. Internet is crazy.
Anytime you get too scared, the risks are too much for the reward, you don't want to risk it for the biscuit, then stop, because you're not built for it.
If you want an extraordinary life, you have to take extraordinary measures and risks in action, but know your lane and know when to sit out. And this is something I'm sitting out for.
Also, the story of Icarus, when you have black wings and you fly too close to the sun, never feel like you got it on lock 24/7.
The story of Icarus comes from Greek mythology, and it recounts the tale of Daedalus and his son Icarus, who were imprisoned on the island of Crete by King Minos. To escape, Daedalus fashioned wings made of feathers and wax for him and Icarus. Warned by his father not to fly too close to the sun,
they know
Icarus
everything about them, right? And they're still like, you know, influencing them in a way, which is crazy.
And he plummeted into the sea and drowned. This story serves as a cautionary tale warning against the dangers of overconfidence and recklessness. And this story, I think, is very relevant to Mr. Squeeze Benz.
My son Stolen couldn't make it, but he wanted to say what's up to y'all, feel me?
Anything you gotta say for the camera, brother?
Shout out my son Jolly too, he couldn't make it. Yeah, so you asked us these questions.
Nah, that's crazy.
So here's the thing. I think danger is good in somebody's life, but when you endanger someone else while you're having your own fun, that's where I'm iffy about it. Yeah. I admire the courage, I admire the bravery, but when other people's lives are at risk, to me it's like it's a hard battle, you know what I mean? Like, if I lost a friend because someone was just having fun on the road, I'd want to kill that guy. I also, as a young man who does dangerous things too.
Yeah, no, like, I could appreciate the fact too, like, they know, it's a little confusing to me though, like, they know, they genuinely sound like genuine about this shit, like, they're telling people, don't do this shit, bruh, it's not worth it, but them posting on the internet, them doing this shit every day, it's like, you're influencing people, you know what I mean? It's like, you can't, I don't know, bro. It's confusing, but like, I fuck with them because, you know, like, they're like, it's not like they're telling people, oh, go do this shit, go do that. No, they're literally telling people, don't do this shit, but like, you're still doing it, you're still influencing people in a way, you know what I mean? But that's just me. Because imagine all the possible psychic and destructive people who could watch their videos, idolize them, be inspired, and kill multiple people and destroy lots of families. Long God, that's true.
Here to do B-roll of their cool cars. But while waiting their turn, a couple of them decided to do donuts in a parking lot where there were many families. Because of this, the police were called, and in a few minutes, an NYPD helicopter arrived on the scene. This is what happened next.
You got a different second. You see that, right? Yeah.
Hello folks, I'm Tommy G, here with the most wanted drivers in New York, looking to feeling out.
Oh nah. You're still held responsible if a child is very spoiled and rude. You're not gonna blame the child, you gotta blame the parent. Oh God.
Well folks, I think it's time we get out of here. Stay safe. Realize that the choices you make can impact other people. There's dangerous things you can do that just impact yourself.
Damn.
But it impacts scared civilians. We should probably get out of here. Let's go. I'm conflicted with this video, folks, because...
Nah, I'm gonna end it right here, but look, man. W Tommy G. I really fuck with this dude, but not like, you know... I can respect them. Like, they know what they're doing is bad. No one should do it, but you posting a video every single day, you're influencing niggas to do that, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you really don't want niggas to do that, you gotta do two things. Either just stop with that type of content, or two, still do what you're doing, but don't do it on roads. You know what I mean? Because look, 4 ads is crazy, but look, I get where they're coming from. When you're in a car, when you're driving, that adrenaline, there, that sounds way better. But yeah, it spikes up a lot. All right, it gets to you, especially when you're just sitting in a car. I've drove a car before. All right, the adrenaline can get crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, to do it on a road where families are driving and shit, trying to get home, trying to go somewhere, it's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? If they did it, say, like in the desert or just like an open spot where no cars are really around, okay, cool, then that's cool, that's what's up. I guess you could influence people to do it, but they're doing it on actual streets where people are driving daily on, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard. Bro got Goo chilling back there. Nah, I low-key, it's been left there for a while, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, nah, W fucking video, bro. Real shit.